So in the spirit of wearing hair as a regular feature in your life, I have put on this lovely Top Smart 18-inch John Renault topper. It's a beautiful day and it is Easter Sunday, and we're going to take the dog out to the river where there's going to be lots of fresh air, lots of people. We're going to chat and talk to Steve about his point of view regarding me wearing additional hair, and to see how this topper performs, and do I get any funny looks off anybody. I want to be completely honest and to let you know what my lived experience is in this beautiful long hair. Now, it's really funny because my neighbours know me as having curly hair that's generally in a ponytail. That's how I wear it when I leave the house to go to work on the days I go out. So my experience of wearing this topper is going to start really from the time I leave my house, because whoever sees me is going to see a completely different looking person. I'm going to put on my sunglasses, grab the lead and head out with my lovely husband. So we've just had quite an experience with our lovely neighbour as soon as I set foot out of the house. Isn't that right, Steve?
Yes, it is.
Do you know, the funny thing is that she mentioned the weight loss, how much weight I'd lost. And she was looking me up and down and talking about the weight loss. But what didn't she mention at all?
She didn't mention the hair.
Not at all.
No.
No mention of the hair. She didn't even look, you know, into the hair in any way. She just kind of did a cursory glance all over. That's what most people do. I guess they're focusing on your face and on your eyes when they're talking to you, but they don't really look into your hair. Now, there is something that I want to say about this topper, which I think is a bit of, I've picked up that it might be a little bit of a challenge. Now, I was listening to a YouTube video about the size of the base of your topper, and it seems that there is a sweet spot. If it's too small, it doesn't give you the coverage that you need. But if it's too big, and this is the largest size topper, it cannot lay front at the front of your hairline. Now, if you've got a topper that's not a lace front and you've got somewhat of a fringe, that's not really a problem. But if you've got a topper that is a lace front, you're going to have a little bit of a challenge in gluing that lace front down and getting it to lie flat. So that was something that I was worried about. Have you noticed anything? If you were to look now, and look, the sun is really strong.
No, it looks...
No pampering?
No.
Nothing like that?
No.
Even in this bright light?
No.
Well, that's quite reassuring. And I know he'd tell me the truth. It's an absolutely glorious Easter Sunday today. Absolutely beautiful. And I'll put my glasses back on. This is such an amazing spot. I tend to come here in the weekdays, just enjoying that beautiful view. It's usually just quiet and restful. Before I start, or when I first told you, remember when I first got Mila? And we did that little video of me unveiling myself with Mila on. You know, what were your thoughts at that time? Did you think it was weird in any way?
I didn't think it was weird. Weird is too strong a word. But, you know, I thought it was a new experience. Yeah, it took me some time to get used to it.
Did it?
Yeah, but not very long. Yeah.
Because I went through a phase when I first got my first one and very quickly then got Giselle. I went through a phase of wearing them every weekend without fail.
But that's how you should do it, really. You should wear them so often you don't notice it.
I felt that there was a part of me that really needed to be expressed through them. And I felt incomplete when I got dressed, and I feel that because I have to always have my hair up in a ponytail, I can't express myself through my hairstyles like I used to when I was younger. And it's a huge part of your look, it's a huge part of what you're saying when you're dressing. I mean, you know, men, you always have the option, do you shave it all off or do you have a little bit on? Or sometimes, I mean, when you were younger, you used to have long hair in a ponytail, didn't you?
Yeah.
And what were you trying to say in doing that?
It was an anti-establishment thing, wasn't it?
Try and speak up if you can.
I liked my heavy metal and stuff, so.
So you were expressing quite a deep part of your belief system.
It's just non-conformity, really, I suppose is what it was. And of course, when you're young, you can afford to do that. But you like my hairstyle now, don't you?
I love your hairstyle. I love your hairstyle.
Yeah.
Oh, it's absolutely lovely out here. It's the first day, really, that you can go out in not, very thick clothes.
I'm getting lots of hair in my face.
Wow, lucky you. So you really got used to me coming down on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, I got used to not knowing what you were gonna look like every day, which is kind of novel, I suppose.
I remember you saying that you didn't clock the wigs anymore. It was just me.
Yeah. It sounds as if other people don't either, unless of course they're being very discreet.
Yes.
Like your neighbour didn't say anything about your hair, did she?
No,
Yeah.
not at all. She didn't even really look up into the hairline in any way. She just looked at my face and at these bits here on the side. But as I was saying earlier, because of the size of the base of this topper being quite a large one, I think it's one of the largest that you can get. It does cause the front not to lay flat, and that's something that I'm going to speak to Simply Wigs about. That I'm going to ring up their customer service and ask them what can be done about that and see what they suggest. But has there ever been a situation where you felt any discomfort? I mean, I'm trying to get down into the...
Well, I didn't. I haven't, no. But I suppose it's once removed from me, isn't it? So it's not going to happen to me. If it happens to me, it's almost certainly definitely happened to you. So, yeah, I mean, it's just... If you feel comfortable, I'm going to feel even more comfortable.
That's right.
I feel comfortable anyway, but...
That's a really huge key to give people a lead of how to treat you and how to respond. Like in all other areas, I think that the wearer of the hair sets the tone of the interaction and how they're seen by other people. I really believe that as the wearer, you've got the privilege of setting that tone.
Well, as it should be, I suppose. You're the first person, aren't you? You're presenting something that's not real, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's, but looks real. So you're always going to have that in your mind, aren't you? I suppose you're always going to be thinking, can they tell?
That's right.
But You know, I mean, I can't tell.
I know that there are some wigs and toppers that have got silk bases, and they don't even have this plasticky lace front. They've actually got a silk fabric where literally the hairs are sewn in one by one, and it looks just like scalp.
Right.
You know,
Okay. Yeah.
it's funny how we all sort of work our way up the chain of quality. You know, the quality of the hair that we wear.
Yeah.
You know, you start off with, you know, things that you're experimenting with and you love them, and then you hear about something else and you start thinking, gosh, I really want to try that. And before you know it,
It's only ever the one way, though, isn't it? It's always
it never goes back.
No. Yeah.
There are some really inexpensive pieces, though, that are sold on Amazon that some people have had good experiences with. But I think for me, I'm not in my 20s and 30s, way into, you know, past that stage. So whatever I have, I want the best that I can afford. You know, even if it means saving for a while.
How expensive are the most expensive ones?
Well, they can be thousands.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some that are actually custom made. I will never look at celebrities in the same light again. All of those celebrities that look amazing on the red carpet and their hair is just right. I just really don't think that hair is actually theirs, because they're living under strain and stress just like everybody else is, and everybody knows that stress affects the hair.
Yeah,
you've
well, I
got.
suppose that they are. You know, some of them will be their own hair, and some of them won't be.
And even if it's not, it's all custom made and hand placed.
I suppose it's like having your hairdresser for your wig.
Oh, I bet you that is a huge niche market in Hollywood.
Isn't it? Yeah.
I bet you.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be that niche in Hollywood either, does it? I wouldn't have thought.
I bet there are so many things that happen and so much quality and care that's involved that we never even get to hear about.
I mean, if they could do it, why can't you? Really?
Well, this is it. Why has it got to be? You know, why is it that famous, wealthy people are the only ones that are allowed to look good?
Yeah. Yeah.
It does open up a whole world of possibility.
Well, there's no reason why not, is there? Yeah.
I mean,
change their clothes, don't they?
I was so worried about the neighbour seeing this, but I'm very comfortable saying that it's extensions, and
Yeah.
I'm not exactly lying. It is extensions.
Yeah. Yeah.
It always makes me sad at the end of the day when I have to take it off. You know, I get accustomed to this loveliness, and then I have to take it off at the end of the day, and it's a huge anticlimax.
Louis, I think that dog really likes you.
Yeah. And then you get all precious about it at the end of the day.
What do you mean?
Well, you don't want it to be all roughed up.
Everybody wants their hair to be roughed up.
I don't know. I'm sure there are occasions.
There are so many people here. Oh, there's a dog coming.
There's a sausage dog.
A sausage dog. Everyone's enjoying the sun. I do feel like toppers have given me a new lease of life, because full wigs you have all of your head covered, and it does cause some pressure to be on your head, and it's much more, you can feel it much more. But toppers, you know, you can run your fingers through your hair and lift your hair up. Look, see, you lift your hair up.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, the wind is blowing all around my neck and in my hair. It's lovely. It's very cooling. You don't feel overwhelmed at all.
And they don't have names, I understand.
Well, that's true. Now, the wigs all have gorgeous names.
They always sound quite. The names all sound quite exotic. Don't they?
Exotic, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And you know, when I think about which one to wear, I almost adopt the persona of the name. I mean, I'm sure I have a doppelganger called Mila.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know, Mila is probably this carefree girl about town having coffee on the pavements with her friends. But really, one of my ambitions in life is to get something real hair. I'd like to have, I don't know whether these exist, but a silk top, real hair topper in this colour. Is there any hope for that, do you think?
I don't know. I'm making no promises.
I would love to look into that. It's been really interesting listening to these hair sellers, you know, the service providers, as it were, the businesses online, you know, doing their Instagram stories and interviews, talking about their consultations. And it's lovely that you can actually still have somebody giving you a consultation and it's all on Zoom. I felt quite sad at the thought of women not being able to turn up to the salon to have their consultations.
Yeah, I suppose hairdressing and stuff is one of those things that it's not just the service itself that has gone missing, it's just everything that goes with it.
You know, you get to trust the consultant.
Yeah.
It would be such a cool job. It would be such a cool job to do, to help these women. You know, coming in and wanting something new and feeling worried and insecure. And then I've always said that I absolutely love to see a woman putting on a style that really suits her, that takes years off her face. Her entire face lights up.
Maybe like this one. Maybe like this one.
We did
according to your neighbour, anyway.
Well, we did go out yesterday. We went out to see a friend. We've been friends a long time. He's Steve's age, and his son was there. His son was 16. We turned up, and he said to me, "Wow," because I was wearing this. You know, he doesn't know exactly what it is. He doesn't ask any questions.
He's a bloke.
He doesn't ask any questions, and he's seen me in many different styles over the last couple of years. But he looked at me and he said, You look like you're drinking the elixir of youth. You know, what is it? You're going back in time." And it made me feel really good, like I'd actually achieved something good for myself.
So it's 2 massive compliments you've had in 2 days.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely to receive these compliments. I'm just going to take this, turn it around while we talk because it's too beautiful. There's something absolutely glorious about seeing the sun shine or the moon shine on the water. It is such a beautiful thing.
In the summertime, when it's full moon, we should maybe come down here.
Oh, wouldn't that be wonderful? I wish it was my own hair, though.
But then you'd only get bored of it, and you'd want some different ones. You'd want different hair then. Now you can have different hair.
I remember when I used to come out of the shower, and my hair was, I used to take the towel off my head, and it just let it air dry and curl it, and it was so lovely halfway down my back. It is a loss. It's a loss and it's a mourning for something that's gone, and I'm not sure it'll ever come back. It's a shame.
Like my six-pack.
I suppose that's part of life, isn't it? Losing things is part of life. But then you gain stuff too.